to Pick Central. Myself, Ev Clemmer. Brought to you by DraftKings. It's the best time to be a basketball fan. All the thrills and playoff drama done sitting on the sideline ready to win some real cash. Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterized the competition, including prize picks. We've all done it. You guys all know that. We've been to Alaska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nashville. We went everywhere doing this. We were the first to pick 6 at the company, by the way.
That's right.
Absolutely.
100%. And it was one of the best times of the show. I love doing it. I still do play Pick 6. When you hit all your picks, you'll score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6 than flex plays on prize picks. And best of all, you'll win even more cash if you outscore the competition. Don't sell for smaller payouts. Switch to Pick 6 and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get 50 in Pick 6 credits instantly on just a $5 entry. So go to Pick 6. It's one of the better apps there. It's the best app out there, but like the interface is great, really easy to use. And it's honestly, I'll tell you this, when you're like maybe like baseball is a good time to go to Pick 6 and basketball. Playoffs, it's like you pick your favorite player, you get to just watch. It's fun to just watch like Luka try and get over 30 points.
A specific player try to hit points or assists or rebounds.
Yeah, it's fun to do that. So go to Pick 6. Shout out to DraftKings. How you guys feel about my sweater?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I do. I like it,
Change
actually.
it up
Marty.
a little bit.
What do you think? Do you like it?
I like it.
Is it comfortable?
Very
There
comfortable.
you go. It's a win. I like
I
it.
was like, all right, I'm going to go with it.
A little late to be pulling out the sweater now.
It
was kind of, it's warmer today.
I know.
But no jacket.
not cold,
No jacket, though.
I went no jacket.
Yeah, it does the same
Yeah,
thing.
I was going to say not quite warm enough that you can get away with the
But
sweater.
I also
it's not
have
like it's
no,
70
no
degrees.
In the
shirt on.
60s.
60.
No shirt on under. So, like, it's kind of like it's like a, I don't know, I got no jacket. I don't know. You're right, though. You're right. It was a ballsy move.
I don't like that. I had no shirt under. I don't like that.
Yeah, you wear 7.
No, I kind of, that's like no undershirts, gentlemen. Like, I'm surprised I got, like, because I feel like I was a T-shirt guy till I came, like, I was like 19. It was like, what am I doing? Like, be a man. Like,
I
don't
wear no
No, it's not
shirt.
being a man. It's I don't like us. Like I'm sweat.
No, but I think that's.
I wear no
That's really,
shirt
to me.
under anything.
When I see, like, for example, like a guy who wears like a white T-shirt under like his
I do.
suit,
Yeah, I do that.
crazy.
like
That's
respectfully,
crazy.
I think like 13-year-old. I'm just being
fine.
honest.
You wear a
Like, that's
t-shirt
crazy.
under your suit?
I wear a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
you're 100 pounds. What are you worried about sweating?
Oh, I'm actually. You know what, F?
Like I'm
It's funny you
huge.
say
I don't
that.
worry about sweating like
Funny
that.
you say that. I am now a healthy weight.
Good for you.
The first time
you
I
mentioned that recently, but you're
I officially like crossed over the barrier.
Good
I'm
for
very
you.
excited.
But
I am still
A suit-
impossibly skinny. Yes.
a suit
No,
is
I
crazy.
just don't like the idea of I don't know. I also don't like certain fabrics like feel weird. Like that fabric would feel weird against like my chest. I think.
I don't think
Feels
so. I
great.
think it feels solid.
feels
yeah.
great.
No, it's not that it's bad. I just would feel. I just like
It's not
having-
like crazy soft, but it's not like I think that'd feel
It's
fine.
almost like the undershirt's like a comfort thing too for me.
Yeah, you're nuts.
I wear an undershirt to bed too.
You should go guinea tea then.
I don't like that.
Because to me, the white shirt sticking out from under the shirt, it just looks bad. That's
Yeah.
like it just looks like sloppy.
Done it. Yeah, done it. It was. I know other thing that was like it was like a style thing in the '90s, like when I was like coming up. So like, for me, like you're always like the Jerry Seinfeld thing. You're always kind of in that mindset.
Boys, gotta say some sad news. Sad news to the show. A big part of the show is I'll let him break what's going to happen, but I you know what, Dukes, you take the floor.
Yeah. This isn't a bit. This isn't a joke. This was a really tough decision, but next Wednesday will be my last day at Barstool Sports. I was presented with an offer, and, didn't really seek it out, but it came to me. Seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's a complete 180 from what I'm doing here, but, I got my dream job. I worked in my dream job. 14 years old, I always wanted to work at Barstool Sports. I completed my dream, and then sometimes you got to move on from your dream. I thought I was going to be a Barstool lifer, but it's not shaking out that way. It's one of the saddest days of my life. I cried when Dayton won. I feel like I'm going to cry like talking about this right now because this really is surreal. But I've worked with you, Marty, on like so many different shows. I mean, I think me and you have went through more failed podcast than anyone else at this company. You, Bosco, it's like just
Actually, you might have worked with the most failed
yeah,
podcast of all time.
the circle of life. But going on this show and just being able to talk sports with you guys every day. Like I was telling Marty yesterday, the fact that I'm not going to be able to watch the Warriors run. It might be over before you're done. The Celtics run throughout the playoffs. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna tune in. I will definitely be calling into the show because there's a lot of like unfinished business that I have for the next couple months. I'm sure that it'll eventually like fade out, but I'm excited for my next endeavor. It's a new challenge, and I'm 27 now. I came in as a 21-year-old boy who had a bunch of fuck ups, and I'm so happy that I took this job and this opportunity. And thank you guys for letting me produce this show for you guys.
Listen, Dukes is a bar. Everyone is a staple of Barstool. Dukes is one of my favorite people here. Like we said, a lot of failed podcasts together. I love you, pal. I think you're doing the right thing. I do think it's an adult move that you made. It is funny though. Dukes came to me and was like, we were talking, and he was like, a real thing went into it that like, just in case the Warriors make the finals, I won't be here to make fun of Clemmer. The real thought in his head was like, should I not take this great opportunity to shit on Clemmer? I said, I'm with
The Warriors might make a run.
I might have to stay here for my life until I get the Warriors and Steph Curry win a championship.
My girlfriend legitimately was like, well, what's making you hesitate? I was like, the Warriors are really playing the Warriors are playing some strong ball since Jimmy Butler got picked up. But also just for people that might like what I do on the side, I'm more a producer, social. I'm still going to be able to do content. I'm still doing all my lacrosse stuff. I'll probably be doing more TikToks to open up some time. So I won't be completely going away from that, but you just have to follow me on my socials. And obviously, I won't have the massive Barstool platform to kind of lift me up and help me out, but everything will be on the side now.
Listen, I think it was it's not a hostile leave, which is nice, too. You didn't get fired, which is huge.
Yeah, no,
The Dukes ending, you would think you'd be fired.
I beat the allegations.
Yeah, this is huge.
If you had to guess the Dukes ending, it'd be fired.
Yeah,
It was plus 350 for Dukes to leave on his own accord.
Yeah, so. The Warriors have a better chance to miss the playoff.
No, but good for Dukes. I'm happy for you. I'm gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you on the show. You're a huge part of the show. Now we have fucking Phil back there.
Yeah. Again, I mean, if you think the Patriots make the playoffs, then I'm not calling in. And if they miss the playoffs, I'll be crickets.
Yes, 1,000%.
Dukes is the best. When I was doing Rat Race, it was tough asking people because it was the first episode I ever did of it. I was nervous. Asked Dukes, couldn't have said yes fast enough. Always a team player. I know. I'm gonna miss Dukes enormously, even though he is a shitty Patriots fan. But I'm gonna miss the guy a lot. He's done nothing but help me out since I've been here.
I love you, Dukes. We're gonna miss you big time. Big time. Team player is the right word to describe it, for sure.
I appreciate
big
all you
time
guys.
team
Hey, you never had to do this show. No one asked to do this show. Like the higher ups, no one's asking to be the Pick Central producer. So that's a good friend right there.
This show is a highlight of my day.
You ever think
I
about
like
that?
getting pissed off, and this show pisses me the fuck off.
I hate this show. I hate it. I love it. I always think this show, we spend more time together than any of our family members. Mm-hmm. Truly.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Think about it. 5 hours a
sure.
week. For how long now? Me and Ev going on 6 years of the show.
Yeah, 5+.
5+, and you're going on 2?
Yeah.
2 years, 5 hours a week.
Oh, yeah.
I hate all of you, but I love you. It's the fucking worst, this show. I'm fighting about Vinny Pascatino and Daniel Jones in the fight last night. And Clemmer was legitimately getting mad. And I was like, all right, I hit a wrong chord tonight.
I wasn't even that mad. I was just pointing out
you were mad. You went hard after.
I was like, the guy's ruined a franchise. What do you want from me?
He did go over
one guy's in a
last
slump,
night.
one guy ruins a franchise.
Went 0 for 3 last night. He didn't go to 2 for 5.
Wasn't great. Well, Cookie also pitched really well yesterday.
Cookie!
Okay.
But we'll miss Dukes.
I have a week. I'm not gonna die either. Again, like I said, I'll call into this show for good bits. Like how Bosco used to call into Barstool Radio. I hope that this is an open airwave that I just text Meek and I'm like, pull me the fuck through.
Yeah.
Easy.
I think Meek. I think Meek will respect that.
Yeah.
And I want to say to Meek, I mean, he's legitimately sick to his stomach that I'm leaving. He can't even get out of bed now.
What happened?
I want to know what sick Meek has.
Yeah,
what does he have?
He must be fucking dying.
I know.
Or he doesn't, or he's like, I could see him being the biggest pussy being sick. Like where his mom needs to be hand over foot. What, is it hand over foot? Foot over hand?
No, hand over foot's right, but not necessarily in this. But it's not the worst. You've said way worse.
Hand over foot?
Sure. It's fine.
What does it mean?
I think that means like you're going above and beyond, I think.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Is that what it means?
Is that she is on, like, she is there for his...
It doesn't sound right, though, the more you say it.
Hand over foot just doesn't sound
I know.
right. But I know...
Head over heels. No, that's
No,
that's when you're
that's not what I
excited
mean.
about something.
Regardless.
I mean, Meek's in his mid-20s. He still might get a thermometer in his ass. All right, bend over, Philip.
And you know that she's getting him soup and he slurps it like, oh, like it's just like it's in his beard too. It's just,
Were you there the day? Were you there? You were there when he ate in front of us, right?
yeah. Well, I had dinner with him, so yeah.
It's true. Yeah, how was that?
I went to Applebee's with him, I think, or Chili's, one of them.
I went. Yeah, North Dakota. I went.
I brought him to
South Dakota. I went.
I went a couple different places.
I brought Meek to a fancy. I was waiting for him to come in and talk about it. We'll ask him again when he comes back. But yeah, I brought him to a fancy dinner in Chicago. It was me, Justin Steele, him, Spider, and Brendan Jones.
What a
That's a crew.
That's a crew.
what a crew.
That's a crew, right?
I actually like that crew
It's
too.
a great. It was the
I mean,
vibes.
Spider's like my guy forever. I like Jones as well. Good guy.
It's a high vibes, guys.
Yeah.
It's not, Meek's a
Meek.
just a vibe. He's just he's there.
What'd
you
he
know?
order?
So that's what. So he didn't know. Like he doesn't know what drinks to order. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know what dinner.
What his drink?
Yeah.
What his drink of choice
So
is.
we're like going back. He goes, "I'll get what you get, Marty." I was like, "Well, you might not like what I get. Like I get an old fashioned, you know, a nice Evan Williams old fashioned." And he was like, "Oh, I'll get that." I was like, "Well, do you like whiskey or bourbon?" He was like, you know, And then
I never had it.
Justin's like, "Well, what's your favorite one?" He goes, "Tequila." Okay, we'll go with tequila then. And he ended up getting a tequila old fashioned. Didn't know that was a thing.
I figured he was gonna get like a
Justin-
tequila soda.
Justin's the one that told him what this was, and I was like, wow. Never seen someone drink it faster in my entire life. I was like, you know, like old fat, I'm sipping on it, enjoying it.
Yeah, savoring it.
Gone. His was gone.
I love that.
And then he had 3 of those,
Love that.
and then a nice 2 espresso martinis. So his heart had to be pounding out of his chest.
I feel like
my
I feel like
God.
Meek off 5 cocktails be feeling loose.
Yeah, his hair was.
The best is we did an Evan Williams social video for Big Central, and we made like with large, like it was like an old fashioned, a straight up whiskey, and like an Evan and 7. And Meek and me are filming it off our phones. I'm not kidding. Marty's like, all right, we're done with the video. Puts it down, just like finishes the video, puts it down. Meek runs over, takes it. It's like 2 p.m. during conference championship week. Meek's like sipping on it.
He's like, what? He's like, what? I want to taste it. I was like, he tasted each one of them, but he didn't taste. He gulped each one of them.
Gulped.
And then for dinner, I was like, what are you getting for dinner? He's like, oh, what are you getting? And I was like, I'm going to get the ravioli carbonara. And he goes, all right. And he got ravioli. He loved
Oh, you got
it.
the same thing you got?
Yeah, it was like, there was like egg in there. It was like, he loved it. And then
All right.
and
Wait,
also,
I know where you went. That's a good place.
yeah. Justin also we got arancinis as well, which was fantastic. Rice balls.
Yep.
And then we got a seafood tower.
Okay.
He was loving it. Phil couldn't have a better time.
He has a great time when you go out with him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't go out, but when he goes out, he has a great time.
Yeah, very nice. Also, he's very nice the entire time. No
Yes.
trolling.
Yep.
Very excited. It was nice to see him in a nice habitat. All right. Well, first we've argued about for time. Cookie Carrasco was unbelievable last night.
What a start.
Had swing and miss
You gotta
stuff.
stop.
No.
You have to stop with the hating.
No,
You hate betting.
That might have.
'Cause you're 0 for on the Yankees.
I'm 0 for 4 on the Yankees this year.
Yes.
Take the Yankees away. I'm like, my pick of the day is decent. Put the Yankees in, I'm horrendous.
Well, you do when you pick non-obvious bets, you do a lot better. Like yesterday, you picked Carrasco. Yes, Carrasco is worse than Seth Lugo, 1,000,000%.
1,000,000%.
But you always lose those ones.
I know.
It's the obvious ones you lose.
Well, you stopped doing pick of the day. What happened with that?
Yeah, I realized. Can I be honest?
It's a
I
commitment.
realized it's a commitment. I love doing it. I was doing better than you too. That's why I was surprised I stopped. It was I missed one night because we were doing mini golf, and like I just when I travel, I'm off my.
I travel. You got.
Oh, you're better than it's me. When I travel, then I also realize when I go on my honeymoon, Am I really gonna be picking like
That's true.
Carlos Carrasco?
That's fair.
That's where I was like, you know what? I might as well stop now and not stop on the honeymoon. 'Cause I'm gonna be like 6 hours ahead of you guys, and be like, I'm gonna be looking.
No, honeymoon, we could have granted you a pause.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it when I come back. I could do whatever I want. Actually, I could pick up where I started.
I guess you can.
Or you could just throw darts and just pick a side.
Yeah, I could start doing that.
You really
too.
just throw darts against them.
Yeah, that would actually be fun.
Like you just wake up, you're like, all right, Rangers money line.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was looking up some things actually during it.
I know. I liked that you were doing research, and you were doing well with the research.
I know I was doing well. I was positive. Yeah, but
I'll say this about Carrasco. Like he had
swing and miss stuff.
Swing and miss stuff. But he also was located. The first inning he walked through the first 3 batters. I was like, oh, here we go, cookie. And then he ended up.
I kind of like when he says cookie.
It makes me start saying it like that because when he throws a gem like that, I'm like cookie.
It was so weird. Like yesterday,
look at a cookie out here just dealing.
I'm locked into a.
I was like, God damn it.
Because I haven't missed a Yankee game this year. Like I'm enjoying the Yankees a lot this year. I love them. And just I was way more locked in the cookie. But with his first 2 at bats were 2 walks, I was like, oh no, here we go. This is.
I was so excited. I was looking forward to that game for 6 days. I was so excited. And then he ends up pitching really well. It was so disappointing. Although thank God the Mets played. Thank God the Mets have been really good because my betting has been horrible this year. I'm off to a horrible start.
So I'd love to talk about the Mets.
Mets are good.
I'd love to talk about a couple things.
Okay. Best pitching staff in
not
baseball,
trolling.
baby.
This is no troll. We're going to have a real conversation about this. Okay. Both of us.
All right.
Okay, and you too.
I have 2. I was a Yankees fan.
Why would Juan Soto say that?
What did he say?
What do you mean?
Oh, the Aaron Judge comment.
It's a front page of news.
I must have missed it.
He basically said, I miss having Aaron Judge's protection.
He made a comment basically saying, yeah, it's a lot different this year not having the best hitter in baseball in front and behind you. And, like, I'm seeing a lot of different pitches. Like, so I get that it's all the truth, which is real. I think everyone understands that. It's a lot easier to have when you have Aaron Judge. But, like, why say that when you're on a new team? True.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the reason for, say, like, when you
also,
have...
like, Alonso's hitting his shit out of the ball.
Yeah, it's obviously different. But obviously
right.
We all know the truth, but there's no reason to say it's a lot, like, different to hit. Like, you might as well hype up your guy behind you on your team that you're going to have on your team. You're on this team for 15 more years.
Yeah,
don't you think it's a little bit of an odd thing to say?
I feel like
it's an odd thing to say.
I feel like it was kind of just an excuse thing that he hasn't been having.
I thought
but he had a home run yesterday.
Yeah,
even that was to be
hitting,
to get to 2.
Like
he's doing fine.
He's not hitting great right now.
But he's also not hitting badly. He's got an on base percentage over 400. He's
fine. Like, I'm not, obviously it's Juan Soto. Like, he's just not hitting as much, like, better than
power numbers aren't. It's early. The power numbers aren't there.
But obviously, did he not think that was like you're going to get harder pitches outside the zone, like way harder pitches when you don't have Aaron Judge behind you? I also think that speaks to how good Aaron Judge is because he's also batting .365 right now and hitting even better than he ever has. I think that's just he's so good.
Aaron Judge is incredible. But, like, the thing is with Juan Soto has had – it's not like Juan Soto's only played with the Yankees. Like, he played with the Nationals. He played with the Nationals when they had nobody on that team. He played on the Padres for a little while. Like, so he's lived in a world where Aaron Judge wasn't hitting behind him. So it shouldn't be that surprising.
Dukes, can you do me a favor? Can you look up his Juan Soto's career stats? I actually want to see, like, what his best year was. I'm pretty sure it was last year.
His best year was a strike year, but don't count that.
It doesn't count.
It probably was last year.
I would say it's last year.
His best slugging percentage was last year, but not by much. His best on base, I guess his best year was the last year, but we're talking.
What are you going off of, like WAR?
I would go OPS plus probably. So, like, because that's
2020.
That's the strike year, so you can't count that.
Okay.
I would probably say last year
go
for 2021.
What was
last year?
It's close. 2021 was like it's all. I mean.
He's been consistent. I mean,
of course he's consistent, but it is interesting. Like,
also, he's played in a more hitters' park. I mean, Yankee Stadium's a hitters' ballpark too.
What's his best average? I know average doesn't matter. Blah blah. But dudes, what's his best average?
No, I'm looking at it right now. 2021, he had 313.
2021. Yeah, no, it's just interesting. It really is. I thought it's really weird to say that, especially when the Mets are playing well, and you know you're in New York. You know it's front page news, like, everywhere. It's his picture's printed out of the newspaper. Like, it's just like was weird to say, But I don't know.
Okay, I'll try to put a spin on it.
Does he hate the Mets? Yeah.
I don't think he is.
Probably.
I think he.
See, this is where you're trolling it. I'll say this. Here's probably what happened.
I couldn't do it.
Here's what happened. Probably reports like, hey, hit a home run today, but you maybe, do you feel like you're not hitting the ball maybe as well as you did last year? Any reason for that? And he's like, well, one reason is, I had Aaron Judge behind me last year. The guy's incredible. So, but do you want to say that publicly? Probably not.
No.
But at the end of the day, is it that big of a deal? I don't think it's that big of a deal, but
it's not. But it's also I think it is an excuse. I do think it's also I don't know. What do you think?
It's definitely an excuse.
No, that my initial takeaway was that's just an excuse for him not having
But he's hitting really well though. He's doing really well this year.
The power numbers, he has half the home runs that Trent Grisham has.
You can't.
I said we're 16 games in.
He's slugging .429.
It's small sample size.
Is that what you want it to be? No, but it's also not horrific.
I think it's. I just think that was where the comments came from, and that was my knee jerk reaction. I saw that and I was like, because I realized when he hit the home run that I bet the Mets yesterday that it was only his second home run. I was damn, that's only his second.
Let's look at one reason is I believe I'll take a look right now. Is it playing in Yankee Stadium helped him a ton? What were his splits last year at Yankee Stadium? That's much more of a hitter's ballpark. No, pretty much the same. You could even say he hit a little better on the road. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Aaron Judge behind him helps him for sure.
Soto. Listen, he's gonna be fine.
He's hitting,
obviously gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Power numbers are down.
I have zero concern. They're down, I guess, but they're
concern. But him saying that, I think, is obviously it is true though, because when you have a better hitter behind you, he obviously. I think we all agree Judge is a better hitter, but it's
Judge is the best hitter in baseball. You can say him or Ohtani.
I think Juan Soto is the third best hitter in baseball. So it's right. I think it's right there. But
I agree.
When you have that big bastard behind you, they're worried about him. They're worried about him. So it's let's try and get him out so we could pitch around Judge.
Or let's make sure we don't walk Soto. So now we got guys on base. No,
so he's seeing a lot more strikes.
There's a reason. We'll go back in time here. I know you guys love when I do that. There's a reason Roger Maris batted in back of Mickey Mantle. You know what I mean? Because absolutely. Look, I totally get it. Soto's power, you could say, is down. I don't think it's that far down to be concerned about it. I don't love the excuse. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a just why for when you pay this guy, you pay a guy 15 years, $1 billion basically. You just rather him not say anything about his old team. Things were a little better on his old team, even though doesn't mean that. I'm just saying, from a business standpoint,
the guy who should be complaining is Aaron Judge.
Why?
Because now you don't have Juan Soto in front of you, and we're not getting all those RBIs.
He's hitting.
No, I know, but Aaron Judge is incredible. But I just mean now you just.
I have a important phone call to take.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Yeah, I wanted to call in, but the phone lines weren't set up. You guys are talking shit about the Mets for no reason, apparently.
Thank you, Meek.
No, Meek, we had a real conversation.
Yeah.
He's still an asshole when
he's
sick. What do you? But do you not truly, Meek? Take your troll hat off. I know it's very hard. Take all of them off. You don't think it's a weird thing to say?
I think he shouldn't have said it, but
yeah.
The Mets are 11-5. They're playing good baseball.
Nothing. This has nothing to do with the Mets. Has nothing to do with the Mets. It's more, why did he say that?
I wish he didn't say it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect our winning. We're winning games.
It's not, I don't think it's a big deal at all.
No, you definitely playing the A's and the Marlins is for 9 games of your games. It's definitely not a thing to be.
And you guys hammering the Brewers.
No, it's good.
I mean, also the Twins are horrible.
Twins are also really.
Well, it's because the Royals aren't very good.
Yeah, we played that.
Those are pretty good.
The Royals that much better than the Twins?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
What, Meek? So were we spot on about your sickness?
Yeah, I've been slurping soup and sleeping to try to get better. I'll be back in tomorrow.
But we're right. That's your mom
Get
giving
the thermometer out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say taking thermometers.
No, I have not taken a thermometer anywhere.
Is your mom helping you out a ton?
She's made me soup, yes.
Yes. Oh. All right. Well, that's
Mom,
nice.
Shut up, Mrs. Meekville.
Benadryl, I've been good.
Shout out Mrs. Meekville.
But, Juan Soto in a slump apparently is an 829 OPS. If a slumping player is an 829 OPS, that's a good thing.
Thank you, Meek.
Hey, Meek, do you mind if I tell everyone what you're doing for your mom's birthday?
I'd better say that on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
Save it. Teaser.
We'll save it. Love that. That's because I love it. I love it all. All right, Meek. Thank you.
Yep, have a good show.
Feel better, Meek.
The Meek man.
I love that Meek, even when he's sick, he can't figure out how we're having an actual real conversation. Because we weren't, I swear, I wasn't talking about the Mets at all.
Well, you guys are insinuating the Mets are like, they played easy schedule and all the nonsense you guys are spurting out.
Have they not played an easy schedule?
Stated facts.
You played the Marlins 6 times, the A's 3.
The A's aren't horrible.
Oh.
They're not horrible.
That's sad.
I mean, they're bad.
They're not we're not going to say they're good.
I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying they're good.
They're much closer to bad than they are good.
10 of your games have been people are not.
Who have you guys played?
Giants are great.
Giants are good.
Royals were a playoff team last
get the
year.
fuck out of here. If you're going to talk Royals.
The Royals are a solid team, though. They have Vinny Pasquantino. They're great.
I like Vinny Pasquantino a lot.
I mean,
obviously, we hate up against the Brewers.
The Tigers are good.
Tigers are a playoff team.
Tigers are good. No, Tigers I like.
Diamondbacks
And added talent.
Diamondbacks
Obviously, Diamondbacks also good.
Yeah, we've had tough games.
We played the Astros.
Okay.
That was the one decent, and even them, they're not.
That's all you got.
We got the Astros.
The Astros are kind of bad now too. They're like okay. They're like
You guys hate the Mets so much you can't even enjoy. It's just sad because we're all in the same city. You can't even enjoy the Mets being 11-5. You guys should just embrace that. Be like, all right, it's good for New York baseball.
Yeah.
I guess
Tonight, that's enough baseball.
Well, no, it's never enough baseball.
It is for tonight.
All right.
Tonight we got Hawks Magic. First game. Magic is minus 5.5. I don't understand how you don't take the Magic here.
I got him at 5. It was 5 yesterday.
So what happened to the Magic for my basketball people? They were. Everyone's talking about this core they have. I know they were hurt. I know.
Yeah, Paolo missed a decent amount of time.
Hurt,
also, the NBA rhetoric is now turning on Paolo a little bit.
They think
I know some people like
Meek was kind of
the guy, right?
Meek said it, but I noticed as Meek said it, like other people were also saying it. He's not an analytics. Like analytics people don't like Paolo, inefficient.
So they don't like that he averages 26 points a game.
They don't like
his game is
they don't like that he shoots like bad percentage, like he shoots a lot, not efficient.
So
I don't hate Paolo, but that's
I don't either, but I understand there might be like deeper reasoning than I'm seeing.
Can I tell you? This is just from me. He doesn't play when you watch him play, you're like it's a little ugly. It's not
he's not like
like his shooting. Like when he played at Duke, his shooting was not the best.
Yeah, it's like okay,
but he's the best. But like pure scorer, like he can get to the rim and play.
He's also 22.
Well, he's a big physical, athletic guy,
averaging 26, 7.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists.
I know.
I think anyone in the world would take that, but it's just when you get to that level of being like a superstar, number 1 overall pick, like. Was he? He was 1, right?
Yeah, he was 1.
When you're number 1 overall pick, they like to. I mean, people still think like Jason Tatum's not good.
I know.
Like that's where
anyone saying Jason Tatum's not good is like you're.
No, but they were saying that last year.
Like,
like last year they were saying that.
He's bad. He's bad in the finals, shooting wise. But no, Tatum's obviously a great player. But I think again it's the thing where the Magic they were better They were better last year.
Yes.
So I think instantly like once you take a step back. They love to just like you don't once you're good or like reach a certain level you don't get the grace of like falling back like once you're at that level you have to either like keep ascending or people are like what the fuck's going on.
Apollo's missed half the year.
Sure, yeah, he missed
a
good amount. Yeah, he's been back for a while. I think that's where people are like not given the same grace.
I'm looking up their schedule. Sorry, because the Magic just played the Hawks about 5 days ago. No, I'm sorry. This was because they actually just played them on Sunday, but no one played for the Magic. They played on Tuesday,
right?
April 8th, and Magic won by 7.
What was the score?
119 to 112.
Is that in?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I love him.
I noticed it when he walked in.
I missed it. Who is it? Oh, I
don't know if we're like supposed to say or if it matters.
It's always tough when we're like you come in, they're gonna know.
I only saw the back of his head.
Decent, pretty big actor just walked in.
Yeah, I know.
One of the bigger TV shows.
I actually he was in he's a small role. I'm actually watching 24 right now for the first time.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's.
How does it hold up?
I think good. We're at end of second season. We're getting close to the end of the second season.
Clever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I only saw the back of his head.
I saw him when he walked in. I've seen a few different shows he's in, but it was randomly. He's like kind of like a very small character in 24.
Yeah.
that gives anyone any of your 24 diehard.
Who do you guys like in this game?
I'm with you, Marty. I'm with the Magic big time. I took them -5 yesterday. I also think the Hawks have been kind of struggling. And obviously, Trae Young's great, but they haven't been playing their best basketball. I think this is Orlando, and it's also in Orlando. So like I have a hard time. This one I don't really understand why the line is this low.
I know it's funny because you just said obviously the last time they played like a few weeks the score was so high. I kind of like the unders in these type of games.
I do
like,
too. Defense.
Yeah, just like
up.
tight. Like obviously I think you're getting more defense than you're getting obviously just game like 57 on a Wednesday.
You know what it is?
It's 219, I think it is now.
Oh, I like that.
It's actually went up because it
19,
opened
yeah.
like 216, and I think it's kept going up. But I like the under. I think I might take the under in both games, just almost like system, and just kind of roll and then just kind of see what happens.
I also could see Trae chucking a lot this game.
I just think my gut instinct is that you'll see like a little bit of a slower tempo. Like I said, better defense in like a crunch time kind of game.
That's a team that should get rid of him.
What's that?
Trae Young, they should get rid of him.
He's like the whole franchise. Like I don't know where they go with him.
That's
him.
where I'm like,
He's going to be 27.
That's
next
a
year,
guy
though.
that
Marty
I
might not be
think-
wrong.
that like you can get some assets now.
Where are they going?
It's fair point. They've been in
purgatory.
the Hawks have been in purgatory for like different levels of purgatory for like 20 years.
That's the thing where I can understand the Clemens
Honestly, longer.
deal where it's like this team is like they've tried to build around him. It's not worked. Like he's played great. He's like that trade. Everyone, what was it? Was it Luka and him?
Yeah, a draft night they traded. Yeah,
Obviously, Luka's better.
Mm-hmm.
they got a bunch of picks too.
Trey's no slouch. I think people
No.
are like it's like a bad trade. Like
it was a bad trade, but
it was a bad trade.
they could have just had Luka. Like they could have just stayed there and had Luka.
I just could never see Luka on the Hawks.
That'd be weird.
Right? It just doesn't look.
It was weird seeing him on the Lakers, though.
I mean, imagine if Luka was in the Eastern Conference, maybe he could have done more damage.
Absolutely.
It's crazy to think like he did so much in the West, but if he was just in the East and they were building around Luka,
But I think the Hawks,
could've been
that's a
different.
good time to trade him, like where you're coming in 7th every year, 6th.
I guess on the Hawks, like you got like Jalen Johnson, you got Dyson Daniels, and you're like, all right, these guys are young, they're getting better, we can build around that and keep Trae. But like,
I think that's what they're selling themselves on is the Daniels and Johnson. Even Johnson got hurt, but I don't know. They are in a weird spot because I think they also if you trade Trae Young, which this goes against like Clemmer's kind of mindset, but I actually like would agree with Clemmer on this. Like you can't. I don't think you can run your whole team around like selling tickets, but if they just booted Trae Young and don't have like an immediate like put someone in there that's star power, like they
depends
got
on-
nothing to sell people on to go to these.
you make
games.
more money than
on
TV
what-
contracts than anything else. Like tickets, I'm not tickets.
But
matter,
I
like,
still think owners care about like having a star.
of course.
Like that's why I think I'd be surprised if they would trade him, even though I don't think it would be like the worst move ever.
I think if you look at like when Johnson went down in this team too, like how much they've struggled. This is another reason why I like the Magic tonight. Like they're just not the same team, and they shouldn't be. Johnson's really good.
But that would be another reason to say like let's keep this thing going with 3 like really young guys that are all good. Like
Well, young,
Johnson's-
you start Trae Young. He's not really young.
27 still. You got a lot of good basketball.
Yeah,
you
still
do,
good.
you do.
Still
But
You got like you could argue like 6. You got like basically your prime, which is like now.
the thing about being 27 is you probably know what the ceiling is. That's the
Yeah.
kind of the thing. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
we kind of know who Trae Young is now. Like he's not. He now you could play at this level for a while, and this level is very good. But he's probably not going to get too much better. Now I could be wrong, but
But I think you're selling. If you're the Hawks like regime, you're selling yourself on like he's really good, and you have Johnson is like what 22, 23 ascending. Daniels is like similar age.
Yep.
We made the Murray move. It didn't work. We pivoted from that. They might be someone say, let's try to like go get someone else now.
Yeah.
I don't know who they get or how it goes, but
I don't know what their cap situation is either.
I don't either.
Before we move on, I want to talk to you guys about game time. You want to go to any of these playoff games? Get those last minute tickets right for game time. NHL playoffs are here. Oh, and the NHL. I forgot about the NHL. Shout out to Game Time because honestly, you want a better playoff game. The NHL playoffs are outrageous.
Really good.
So the best to watch and in person. NHL playoffs here. The only place to buy hard to get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, with killer last minute deals, all in place and prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets. Plus, on April 22nd for Earth Day, when you select and purchase a super deal, Game Time will plant a tree with the proceeds. Wow.
There you go.
Really nice.
Game Time.
Really
Like
nice.
that. The Earth.
Let's go.
Game time's for the Earth.
The Earth.
I was looking at tickets. I was looking at tickets for the Devils because my brother works there, and they should be in the playoffs. I'm looking at tickets for them. I saw some ticket prices. I'm like, I think Game Time's getting robbed by how good these prices are.
I'm looking for tickets this weekend. Mets Cardinals.
Okay,
I'm gonna go.
Look at that.
Yep.
So the boys are all on Game Time trying to get our tickets to playoffs. Yankees, Mets, Knicks are going to be in the playoffs starting this week.
Saturday.
So
Saturday at the MSG.
get
Get
some
them.
Game Time
Yeah,
tickets.
Knicks
now.
Pistons.
Get that home.
Take the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. So are we all on the I like the under. I'm on the Magic. What are you on?
I'm undecided. I think I'm going to be on the Magic, but I'm locked in on the under. I'm not sure yet because there's part of me that thinks Trae Young might do his Trae Young thing. I don't know. I'm torn on this game. I just don't love the Magic. I think that's really what it stems from more than anything.
I don't love the Magic either, but I kind of don't like the Hawks.
I don't blame you. I don't like the Hawks.
It's more of an
either. That's why I'm
anti-Hawks pick than the Magic have been okay of late. The Hawks has just been bad.
I think if I bet a side, it probably will be the Magic, but
Yeah.
I'm
5's not enough for me for the Hawks. If
That's
it was
my thing.
7, I would think I might be Hawks, but I'm excited to watch it. I'm always I don't know how I feel about the play-in game still. Like I still think it's kind of stupid if you're a 7 seed, you still have to like play your way in. I know it's only one game, but I still think it's
But
stupid.
it could be an early exit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I enjoy them as a fan, even though I agree with you in the premise of like it's
Fan-wise, I like it.
anything that's like
I have the same take. I
Anything
enjoy as a
that's-
fan, but I understand the premise is false.
Like if you're like say you're an actual diehard fan of a
Yeah.
team, like
Oh, yeah.
in a 7 seed, and like you lose, losing to the Magic is not like losing to the Magic as you're the 8 seed, the Hawks,
right.
yeah.
right? So you lose to the Magic, that's a normal loss, like that's a good team, and then you can lose to like the Bulls or the Heat or whoever is
Well,
next.
yeah,
like,
somebody gets red hot.
that's not a crazy thing. An NBA team losing one game, it's
No.
like, and you just came in 7th for
The
no
Bulls are
reason.
red hot, and like, what if the yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, and then the Hawks, for instance, you got 8th.
It's kind of bullshit, but
You know, so I think the way it's laid out this year, it's far worse for the West because the East, those 4 teams are all like their records aren't that far off.
No one has, I think, a win, over like a 500 winning percentage.
Yeah, like they're all kind of just like really mid to like
Yeah.
not great.
I think the Magic.
Whereas, like,
Some teams are like have bad records.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas like the West, like the gap between like the Warriors and Grizzlies, and then like the
yes.
Kings and Mavs is massive.
Gigantic.
The
They're
Warriors-
so much
They
better.
got so
like,
fucked.
The Warriors
if the
potentially.
Kings or Mavs were able to like play themselves in, you'd be like
Someone like
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because I think even the 8 seed, for example, like even the Grizzlies, or say somehow it ended up being the Warriors, I think are gonna give like I don't think they beat the Thunder, but I think they can actually give them like a run a little bit. Whereas either like the Kings, I think have no shot.
The Mavericks, I think, have a shot because now they have Anthony Davis there.
If they just didn't, it's still I
is
wish we could have
kind
saw
of
it with
unfair.
Kyrie, but yeah, they have no Kyrie, so
Well, if they had Kyrie, they probably wouldn't be in the situation to begin with.
if they had Kyrie, they would have been. I think they would have been competing with like the Timberwolves and like the Warriors and all.
I think so too.
for those spots, but they obviously fell
Well,
off.
those teams all played well. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's the gap there is much different. Where like the East, I don't like any of these teams getting in for the East. Like if the Magic went lost and were out, I don't feel that bad for
They
them.
were 41
like,
to 41.
Yeah, like they were a
All right,
500 team.
yeah.
They had no shot. Like if the Warriors did, I'd feel bad because Clemmer's going to be on my ass.
Yeah.
And then 2,
Yeah.
If the Warriors,
it's
the
more.
Warriors
it would
don't make the
take
playoffs.
that out of it. Take that side out of it, and more just be annoying as like a fan. You're like the Warriors won fucking 48 games.
Yeah,
And but I guess again, if you lose back to back to the Grizzlies and then
but still, you
Kings
shouldn't
or
even have
Mavs,
to
like
be
then you
in-
shouldn't.
have
Yeah,
to be in that.
it is what it
situation.
is.
I'll say this game is huge for the Warriors because if they let's say they lose this game but still win the next one, which is very possible. Now you got to play the Thunder instead of the Rockets.
Let me
You
tell
know,
you something.
it's cooked. If they don't win tonight, like
I'll
it's
tell you this,
the dream's
though.
over.
I'll tell you this: the Thunder is like definitely don't want if the Warriors lose this game, they're probably like, I
They're
don't
like,
want the
fuck.
Warriors first round. You don't want the Warriors first round, no matter what team you are.
You're probably right, especially with them playing better with Jimmy Butler.
You'd much rather the Grizzlies.
For sure.
Yeah, because the Grizzlies also aren't playing good basketball right now.
No. And then no coach. Like, it's a disaster over there. Like, obviously, it's no matter what, you're the OKC, you're like, all right, I don't want them the first round, even though their OKC's better than them, but still.
Yeah.
Second game. We have who do we have?
Grizzlies Warriors.
Grizzlies Warriors.
Warriors is tonight. 7.
The main event, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, it is the main event. I just think it is the main event.
They're way better games.
This is the best playing game of the four. Of the four first ones.
It's funny, like, I guess best game, like, it's the biggest spread though too.
But they're the best.
It's the game that could get out of hand the most, maybe.
Of the 8 teams that are playing tonight and tomorrow night, these are by far, in my opinion, the 2 best teams.
It's the biggest star power, obviously, by far.
But I think even these are the only 2 teams with any potential to do
What's the
anything.
West
In
9,
my
10?
opinion,
Yeah, it's the only 2 teams with winning records.
that's what, and they're significantly winning. They're not. They're 14 games.
All
over
the other
500.
games suck.
That's what I'm saying.
Mavericks-
These are by
That Heat
far.
Bulls game, I think, is really interesting just because it could be close, and I have the future in the Bulls.
Yeah,
I think
that's the only
I
reason
think all the games can be exciting, but
Like that game sucks too. It's just that I only care for you because you have a
And
30.
it has a 1 point difference. So I think that game could just be close.
Think about it. It's a 37-45 against a 39-43 team.
that's what I'm saying.
That's so bad.
Whereas we're getting 48 and 34 versus 48 and 34.
Mavericks-
that's a
that's
great
fair,
game.
that's fair.
Mavericks
That's a good game.
Kings also sucks.
Yeah,
That to me sucks.
I have no interest in it.
That one I'm kind of.
Sacramento's -4.5.
No, I'm on Dallas. I mean,
I like Dallas there.
I just think Anthony Davis is, but
Yes.
I don't know.
Are the Kings just what happened?
Kings are playing good basketball.
Well, they traded a lot of their they've reshuffled a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because obviously De'Aaron Fox on the Spurs now. They still have Sabonis.
but the Kings were
They have Malik Monk. They have DeRozan.
yeah.
Zach LaVine is on the
Zach
Kings.
Levine went from the Bulls to the Kings.
Yes.
And the second they traded Zach Levine, the Bulls got better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny, but
Well, everyone knew that.
not shocking. Yeah,
Zach LaVine is a disaster.
well, he's on the Kings now.
great dunker though.
Great dunker.
Great dunker.
dunker.
So
Great athlete.
are you guys? You're on Grizzlies, right?
I just think 7's a lot, but I'll say this though. I could see if there's one game of these 4 that could get out of hand, it's this one where the Warriors I could see just going off, like Curry just going off.
There's part of me. I think I might be getting cute. I want to take the Grizzlies first half, and then
I don't hate that.
if they win the first half, I would no question about it.
Honestly,
Warriors second half.
my thought on this was to bet this game live.
That's kind of what I would have a bet or get in the Grizzlies first half, and then especially if the Grizzlies win or they cover the first half, I think it's 4. Just jump on the Warriors second half.
Dukes, what's your thoughts on these games?
Which ones?
The basketball games?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Warriors are going to beat the
This
Grizzlies.
guy's leaving. He's the which games?
I'm getting a barrage of texts.
Because you
The
went
Viva
out?
tweeted it, so he just
So now everyone knows.
he's getting the barrage
This
of
guy's
you're leaving
You're
Barstool.
gonna start crying back there. Probably it's really sad.
I did
It is.
already.
I'm sad
back
too.
there?
I teared up a little bit.
It's sad, man. Because you also think
It's a big
about
deal.
it.
It's a big deal.
Of course it is. You grew up here.
Well, then,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's I grew
Also
in a way I grew up here too.
It's also. I
a
hope
real-
my new employer's not listening, but it's not like I want to leave.
yeah, of course you don't. It's not.
That should
What-
make a new employer happy. in
You're
a
looking
way.
at me and Ev right now, who have been here for 8 years, and there's a
Yeah.
reason you don't leave because it's such a fun a great place to work. It's a very fair place to work, great place to work. It's just look what we're doing all day too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think me and Dukes, you were a fresh out of college guy, right?
Yeah.
So was I. So it's almost like I
just
worked other
did
jobs
college.
growing up, but we don't know anything else post college.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
And
else.
I do know other jobs, and it's not fun. Like what I was doing.
How long have you been here, dude?
May 1st would be 5 years.
That's about as long as I stayed with any company. I'm old, and I worked real jobs for a long time, and 5 years at a company is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is. Like I said, I'm 45, and I haven't worked at a company 6 years.
it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
It'll be weird, but
You know what'll also be weird if the Warriors make the finals.
Be
If
weird.
you're not-
That'd be very weird. I agree. That'd be very weird. I agree
If you're not
with
the
you.
first
Very
call,
weird.
if you're not the first call when the Warriors doing well, I'll be very upset.
Yeah, I think I got to come up with a pseudonym. I don't want to call it Dukes.
No.
Joey Yanks.
Joey Yanks.
Yeah, you could be Joey.
It's just
Yanks.
Kevin from Long Island.
Kevin from that. I was thinking about that and made me legitimately want to throw up. Is like a coworker calling me Kevin.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Oh, yeah,
calling you
yeah.
Kevin. Can you wear a backwards hat?
I'm gonna have to get like a real haircut. Like it's not like it's more of like a 10 to 5.
It's gonna be.
I mean, people are really not gonna be able to guess where I'm going. I like kind of said it to. I replied to it, but it's one of the biggest 180s of all time.
Oh yeah, you're not. You're gonna have to wear like a button down.
No, like
What do you have to wear?
what you're wearing.
I could wear. You wear what I'm wearing.
Yeah, without the hat.
No hats.
Yeah, it's in a. I guess I tell people that are listening. It's in. I'm doing social media for an investing app, like Robinhood, kind of like a Robinhood adjacent, and like their podcasts. Like they have like 2 podcasts. It's like just complete.
Yeah, a lot more corporate.
A
You
lot
have
more
to, like,
corporate.
Learn about like the stocks.
Yeah. The thing that's funny is, like, just like I had that Robin Hood video and stuff when I first got here.
Oh, I forgot about that. Just Dukes is just
How
known as investor.
about you stop saying these things? on
Yeah,
the air?
yeah.
I
No,
didn't-
you haven't worked there yet. Poor Dukes, man. What's the last thing that we do? Little NFL. Couple things I want to talk about. The Giants are being really weird. I think the first pick is done. I think the first
Yeah,
pick's done.
for sure.
Cam Ward is done.
Yep.
2 is not done in my opinion.
I don't
But
think
I
it is, but it's
between 2 people,
it seems like everyone's saying it's Hunter. That's what it seems like.
which is crazy.
They like Hunter more.
But it's not crazy. But I do think it's between Carter and Hunter, and then 3 is between Shador and Carter.
Who's not going to the draft, by the way.
Shador is not going to the draft.
Correct.
Carter is going to the draft. In my opinion, I think it's a moronic thing if we don't take Carter. Where I'm not even worried about Shador. Shador can be good. He definitely can be. I think Carter is a lock of a person that you can have on your defense for the next 5 years at a low price that is an animal. I think he's an animal. I've seen him. You've seen him a ton.
I love him. I get torn because I like Carter so much. I love Carter, but I'm a Shador guy. Like I'm a Shador believer.
I am too.
So in theory, that's where I go back and forth almost in my own head because I'm like, if you're a Shador believer, like you should want the Giants to take
But
him.
Ev,
So there's like a little part, but it's like I think for me, I think I'm like have like quarterback PTSD with it, where I'm like I just believe so much in Carter that I feel like he can't miss. Like I feel like he's so good, so blue chip. Like to me, outside of like him having like crazy injuries, there's like no world where he's not just like a really good to like potentially like great
That's what I'm saying.
NFL player at a premier position.
I could see them not like Shador can miss 100%.
Yes, he definitely can.
I don't think obviously Carter can. I don't think he can miss though. Like
I think outside of health, he really can.
yes,
I think
and
he's that
I
good.
think I think it's just so much better of a choice. I also think that we have 2 quarterbacks now that like aren't good anyway. So like, what are we gonna? Why? And also, at 3, I think you have to be dead on, locked in. Like we love this guy. Not like we're going to still see him on Thursday. We're going to Colorado, wherever they were,
Well,
Thursday to go see him again.
that was planned the whole time, though.
I know, but it's
I
just
I
like-
dug into that. They've had that planned for a long time. They're doing one with Tyler Show, who's like Louisville's
I
quarterback.
think that's pretty normal stuff, Marty.
They've had this
but
specific
it's-
workout
but
planned for a long time.
But 3rd overall, right? Like
gotta be careful.
I'm
You gotta-
of course be careful and keep doing your due diligence.
Yeah.
But it's just like I need to be so locked in on a guy to 3rd overall. We're not talking 7, 8, where you're like still like it's a maybe. Like 3rd to me is like you don't get this opportunity a lot.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I know.
But you don't get it a lot, and you're like, Abdul Carter. Carter is like, holy shit, he's so good.
I think there's a few different.
Who do you want, Marty? So you want Carter.
I want Carter.
And Ev, you want Carter.
Yeah, I think.
I'll be
Yeah, I
honest
think
with you,
so.
I
think
won't
so.
be upset with Shador. I won't. But I don't love that you got Todd McShay having him 15th overall on his board. You got, and these guys are not always right. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I don't get too like.
But it
I don't
is.
see any way a quarterback drops that far. In
A lot of people have him go like don't think that he's a 10th pick.
I think he goes. The reason I think that's possible
I think the
because
Jets will grab him.
Jets
too.
will grab him.
the thing they're saying big time now is like the Saints are like hell bent on they're drafting a quarterback and they're 9. So I could if he just
Yeah. So what? So Carr's like hurt.
Yeah, bad.
Like
and I
bad.
also think
Shoulder,
I also think he's just not that good. But he also
Right.
he might not play this year.
Carr.
They
Shoulders fucked.
They need a quarterback. Period. So if Shedur's there at 9, I almost feel like they should.
I think you're right.
I'm not. This Dart's gotten so much love. I'm not like this crazy Dart guy.
I'm a Dart guy.
I just think the offense he ran, they
In
don't.
the first round, I think.
The offense he ran, they don't read defenses. Like I think that's a big problem. That's a huge learning curve.
I do think he relies on his athleticism a lot.
He does. Like I think
That could be a dangerous.
I think my thing with him is I think he's the guy who he's such a classic GM fall in love guy. Like he's big, he's athletic. Let's call it what it is. He's white. Like he checks all these he's good intangibles guy. Like classic just white guy quarterback rhetoric.
Yeah.
Those Lane Kiffin offenses, it's like one read and run. You don't really he's not going through progressions. He's not he doesn't have a lot of responsibility pre-snap. I just look at all things like that. Those are huge things for quarterbacks that he doesn't have at all. So I think if you draft him, you can't play him year one. He's gonna need a lot of time to learn and I don't know. I just don't really. I'm just not crazy about him.
Big story that I completely missed. I didn't miss. I forgot to talk about. Clemmer, I want your thoughts and then Ev's. Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter to have their jersey retired this year at Colorado, where they both played 2 years at. What is your thoughts?
Well,
And they went 13-11.
Yeah. So my first question would be what other jerseys has Colorado retired in the past?
Probably. I guess.
Did they fit in with that?
I don't know anyone.
I guess Salim.
I don't know.
And
I don't know the answer.
What's his name? Rashad Salim, the running back in the 90s who won the Heisman.
Regardless, asking what his name is, that's usually
But if it's
No,
an
but
older
that's
guy,
he was from a long time
There's
ago.
some Yankee guys that you would
not
know
being
from
a
the
dick to
40s.
you. I'm saying if we have to say even that long ago,
So then
it's
that
really not many people.
So maybe if that's the case, but the other flip side of it though is these guys were very good and helped.
Rashawn Salam, I'm sorry.
Sean Salam was a nice player, in college, right? But he in the pros, he went to the Bears, right? I don't have a problem with it.
Can I be honest? I think I really don't either. I could care less.
They helped
I also think
revitalize that program.
I do. One, his dad is a coach, so that helps. Two, I do think that no one we just said whoever again I forgot his name.
Sean Salam.
Rashawn Salam.
Yeah.
In the
1994 Heisman Trophy
In
winner.
the 90s, that's a long time ago till you have a prominent player go to your
I don't even know if he's retired. I'm just guessing he is.
Sean Salam, 94, he's retired. Yes.
No.
His jersey is retired.
Oh, okay.
No, he's dead.
He passed away?
Yes.
Oh no! Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Sad.
Why?
I mean, you're the one who had to
You're
make
the one that
joke.
made the joke.
retirement joke.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even a joke.
He died in 2016. I knew he had passed.
I think
Unfortunately,
he was on the Bears, right?
He did at one point play for the Bears.
Oh God.
He got drafted by the Bears.
It would have been
Sad.
funny.
That's very sad.
Well, it would have been funny if Shiloh got his retired.
I saw some people saying that. The 13 and 11 thing I think is you're I just think it's
still
they didn't step into Alabama. I don't think it's fair. They were they were the worst Power 5 team in college football the year before. And it's cherry picking because they went, I think, 4-8, and then they won 9 games. So it's you could say that, which I'm granted, it's 9 games, I get it. But Colorado, they haven't really been good since they were good in the 90s. Travis Hunter, I think, is
Lock.
you want a Heisman Trophy for Colorado?
The thing is,
that's worth. I think to me that's worthy of retirement.
I think what they could have done is just wait 2 more years and retire it then. They don't need to
also
retire. You don't have to. They didn't even get in the NFL yet. I think it's just why even do this to
But they're
them?
going to be in the NFL, though.
1,000%. But I think just why not wait a couple years and then retire? Have them come back, retire the number. Let them have a couple because everyone's gonna have. People are gonna talk about they're 13-11. They played 2. They didn't even play all their years there. It's I understand why people are making fun of it. And why people have a problem with it. I don't give a shit.
They have 6 retired numbers now. They had 4 before these guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely right. Rashawn Salam did have his number retired. Rashawn Salam was a great college player. And his rookie year with the Bears, he wasn't bad. That's very sad what happened.
Also, it's a weird thing in college, too, because you have so many players on the roster. It makes it so tough to retire numbers. I know Ohio State, they just don't. They won't retire a number ever again.
Yeah, because
And they have. They were like
sense,
basically like Archie Griffin's numbers retired, like Eddie George, like Heisman winners are retired, but they just don't. They won't retire
because
anyway.
they also have they could potentially retire a number almost every year.
For sure, but but there's so many numbers, like you can't like there's.
That's what I'm saying.
You already have like multiple guys in the team wearing the same number who are like key players.
Yeah, and Colorado's gonna have none. So like,
Does Notre Dame retire numbers or no?
I'm not sure if they do.
sure they don't.
They
because
probably
I don't know
you'll
college.
run out of
They
numbers.
probably don't.
You'll run out of numbers.
I could see them being the same where they retired like Heisman Trophy, like maybe retired like Tim Brown.
So they retired Salam's number, obviously, because he was a great player, but they didn't do it until 2017. And
Literally after he died.
after he passed away, which is very sad. And then Bobby Anderson was the guy before that. That was in 1970. So Colorado, they do not retire numbers often.
Yeah.
To me, a Heisman Trophy winner is worthy of like you were the best
A
player that
Heisman
year.
Trophy winner, absolutely.
That's
I don't think anyone's.
deserving.
I don't think anyone's saying this about Travis Hunter.
Well, it's they are because he's getting lumped in because it's both of them. So
That's
I
what
think
I'm saying.
But I guess maybe you don't want to do one before the other because like you could say, oh, then that guy takes like precedent. I don't know if that matters.
it is out there doing it like together, and I agree. I think it would have more impact if they waited a couple of years. Like let them.
That's what I'm saying.
'cause to me, here's my take on the Shadur
I
thing
agree
was
with that.
if Colorado was able to sustain the success they even had like this year, like they were able to win like perennial for the next like decade. They won like 8-9 games on average. I think you could come back and like say like 10 years down the line, and maybe who knows, maybe Shadur is having success in the NFL, and that helps kind of like his general public narrative stock. But I think you can, if they had sustained success after this, you could look back and be like, look at the impact they had on the program. Like Shadur Sanders came here and brought this from the gutter to like a very respectable like power conference football team that they hadn't been before he got there. They were in the gutter when he got there. So I think if they waited for that, it'd be more sellable, where right now you're just like, oh, he had 2 good seasons as quarterback and he's getting his jersey retired. Where I think that's where, and also just everyone loves to hate on him. They love to hate on the name. It's just like it's easy pickings for them.
Yeah.
But this, I understand people being like, what the fuck?
I think it's when your dad's a coach and you played there for 2 years and you did go 13. Like, there's a lot of things I get, but I think just wait a couple of years and do it. Like, why put these guys through it again? But regardless, nice of them to do.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't give a fuck. Either.
It's Colorado too. I think we've got into a college where people
Colorado's
you
nothing.
can't treat Colorado the way you treat like Ohio State or
Colorado's
it's different.
Not
it's
a
different.
college football school.
It's different,
One's
yeah.
like they're a powerhouse. So who cares?
They had a nice run in the 90s. Like that's the history of Colorado like
Yes.
football.
Clemmer, what are your picks?
My pick of the day is the Phillies having the lead after the first 5 innings. It's minus 125. Justin Verlander has been horrible since June of last year. And I mean like over a 7.5 ERA. And now we're looking at like, quite a few starts now. I just don't think he's right, which is sad. I'm on the Bulls money line. That's for tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm on the Grizzlies +7. I'm on the Magic -5. And you know what, Marty? Just because you're an asshole and you made me a little money yesterday because you're an asshole, I'm on the Mets money line again.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm on. Well, I also made money too. I'm betting on the Yankees first 5 with Cookie Carrasco.
Okay. You know what's good? We get more cookie starts.
I'm going with Ev Magic under. Magic -5.5. I'm going chalk to Golden State -7.5. I'm gonna go with the Mariners. I'm gonna go with the Mariners against the Reds. I am going to go with the Phillies -1.5.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
I'm gonna go with the Twins.
You're such a dumbass.
I mean, listen.
Just dumb.
I mean, Tyler McGill due for a bad one.
Why?
He's due. 3 good starts. 4th one's not good.
That's not how things work necessarily. You could have many good starts in a row.
Do a lot of people have 10 good starts in a row? Not many.
You can have 4.
Usually you have some bad ones.
Or maybe he's just a good pitcher. Maybe there's no such thing as being due. Maybe he's just good.
Tyler McGill?
I think he's got some good stuff. It also gets that Twins lineup, Marty. All right, let's go.
Yeah, well, they're only -115. It's not like
I know
it's
it's
like
crazy. I know.
That's why I like the Twins.
So that's why I like the Mets.
And I'm also gonna go with the. I'm not gonna do it. Never mind. I was gonna go Padres, but Shota's really good.
Yeah. I'm on the Reds money line.
Dolo's been really good.
Yeah, really, really good. I'm also on the where do I have it? I'm on the over in Tigers Brewers over 7.5. I'm on the Mets as well.
Smart man.
They're just better than the Twins.
Yep.
I'm also taking the Added to. Oh, the over in White Sox A's. Over 7.5. And yeah, I'm on the under 219 in Magic Hawks. That's what I've locked in now. I'll tweet everything else later. But that's what I have locked in, set in stone.
Is Dukes back there?
Yes.
Duke's gotten a lot of, let me tell you, a lot of support on social.
People love Dukes.
People like
They
Dukes.
all love Dukes.
If I left, wouldn't have been like that. So that's nice for you.
They like me now. The chat was like, the show's gonna like take a huge hit now. I saw like a comment like that. I was like, you fucking douchebag. I saw you yesterday, literally chirping me.
That's how it goes.
Well, that's how it is. They like you. They
Psych,
hate
I'm
you
staying.
they hate you till you leave. Paul Rabel reached out to him. Nice
Big.
tweet.
Duke's also very well liked in the office too.
Yeah. But that is the show. Dukes will be around till next Wednesday, so we won't do a farewell yet.
Let's go Grizzlies!
That's the show. See you guys tomorrow.